empty chairs and broken glass. I trace the cracks that come to pass. Your memory hits like a freight train. I'm holding on to all this pain. Ain't much left to break in me, just a shadow where I used to be. The pieces scattered, torn apart. I'm just a map of a broken heart. Your perfume lingers in the air. I feel your ghost in every stare. I tried to fight, I tried to stay, but nothing gold can live this way. Ain't much left to break in me, just a shadow where I used to be. The pieces scattered.
Hello everybody, and welcome. It's been a long time since we've done a live stream. What's going on, Meatball Jr.? How you doing? There may be more live streams coming here very soon as well. I want to say not every single day, but most every day, is because, well, since I'm unemployed at the moment. But that's besides the point. We're here to have some fun. So, who has purchased the new A-1 Skyraider from Miltech? Couldn't even think of it for a second. I'm sorry, Miltech. For Miltech Simulations, who's bought it? So I know I have. Well, not. I was provided the aircraft. I shouldn't say I bought it. I mean, to be truthful, but it is an absolutely fantastic plane. I know you guys saw the first video of it. Let me know if you guys can hear me. It would be greatly appreciated. Well, yeah. This is the Air Force version of this plane, at least another Air Force livery. Love the look of it. Got the generator. Let's go ahead and get rid of the chocks. Chocks are gone. So we are taking off in the far east side of Alaska. This was provided to me from Meatball Jr. If I remember correctly, the area that we're taking off from. Now, he gave me a bunch of airport codes that go west to east from Alaska through Canada. It's a west coast to east coast type deal through Canada, cross country flight. He says it takes about 40 to 50 hours. I'm thinking about doing a series on that. So let's go ahead and jump inside. I haven't heard from anyone, so let's see. I have to test it myself to see if I can hear myself. Nope. Yep, I can hear myself. I had to test it on my phone. All right. So we are in the cockpit. So we're not running live time right now in Alaska because it's dark. But we are running live weather, which right now, according to WeatherWise, the website, south of this airport, the waters or the seas are under a storm warning for the next 7 hours. And then to the north, the waters are under a gale warning for the next 7 hours. So it's going to be rather windy. And right now, the airport is reporting that it is 38 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yeah. And if you want to see what I'm looking at right here. Right here is what I'm looking at. So, gale warning, storm warning. And then this is the METAR for the airport that we're at. This is using WeatherWise. This is real world data that I'm using right now. So the temperature is 37.9 degrees, dew point's 26.1, wind directions out of 120 degrees at 13.8 miles an hour. This was updated 31 minutes ago online. Some cool data there. So, oops, wrong button. We're gonna go ahead and start her up. All right, let's go ahead and power her on. Ooh, is it me or did the skies just change colors? That's a very interesting hue. All right, battery generator on. Pitot heat's on. External power. Let's go ahead and already turn on the fuselage lights. All the lights are going to come on. We're going to go to bright. Let's go ahead and turn up the brightness of all this stuff. Cool. Now we're looking good on that. Magneto, both. Water injections on. Let's go ahead and pull up on the mixture. Main tank. Fuel pump. And also let's just open up the cowl flaps. They are open. And prime it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and start. Let's go, girl. You got this. Forgot to engage the parking brake for a second. Almost had it rolling away upon me. All right, she's running. She's running good. Let me know if the audio is too loud. I know I'm just showing it in the yellow for the desktop audio, so I'm going to actually crank that back down. All right, we're looking good. Look at all sorts of goodies. Switch this to internal. Now, I know in my preview video, I didn't go over it. Here's the weapons. First, let's put some fuel in here. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Main fuselage, we're up to maximum. Let's go ahead and put fuel tanks on the ends just in case. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna absolutely need them, but it's just in case. Also, here's the weapons I didn't go over. There's a toilet bomb. Where did that go? Right there it is. And there she is. That is a toilet bomb. I was curious on what that was. That is what it is. That's really cool that they did that. Whoops. Let's go ahead and take that off. So there are other ones. You have the HVR, which is just rockets. You can fill them all up. We're not going to fill up the wings. I'm just going to, since I didn't show you in my preview video, which I'm going to go over again in another video here in the future. Here is some other, I think these are rocket pods. Yes, these are rocket pods. Man, this thing can hold a lot. There we go. I was like, why aren't you going away? What are these? More rocket pods. Here's your Mark 82. There's, I believe these are your Mark 84s, or your 500 pounders. Or 200 pounds, 2,000 pounds, my bad, 2,000 pounds. And then what are these? Oh, that's a big boy bomb. Almost looks like a nuke, but it's not. At least I don't think it is. Guns on board. Got 800 rounds. So those are our fuel pods. We just loaded up with guns. We're going to just go ahead and take that all out. Fuel is good enough right now. So let's go ahead and taxi out. So let's go ahead and turn on our sight switch. Brighten that up. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday afternoon, wherever you're at. At least it's afternoon where I'm at. It could be morning, it could be evening, it could be nighttime for all I know, for all you others. But for me, it is definitely the beginning of the afternoon, 1:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So here's the wing folding right here. This is the button for it. But let's go ahead and start our taxi. Oh, that way also, let's go ahead and do this. I think I turned the other direction. What's going on? We'll call you Aiden. How you doing today? We are going to go ahead and taxi out. We'll be live streaming for probably a little while today. Oh boy, herky jerky. If you haven't hit that like button, hit it. It helps me out a ton. It gets a little exposure for the channel. And I also want to give a shout out to all. Thank you for being such a dedicated fan base or interest in me. We have hit 10,000 subscribers. I honestly did not ever think that would happen. All right, let's go ahead and stop there. We're going to put the flaps down to takeoff configuration. And disclaimer, I suck at tail dragger takeoffs, so bear with me. Let's go ahead and lock the tail wing, or tail wheel, not tail wing, but tail wheel. Full power. Small inputs, small inputs, small inputs. Oh, she's pulling so hard. She's pulling hard. That wind, it's a crosswind. Oh, that's a heavy crosswind, that's why. Oh, come on, lift, 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 lift. Oh my goodness. That crosswind was gnarly. I don't know if you saw that sock as I passed it. It is completely out. What's going on? Czech Republic. Oh yes, we got all kinds of things going on. Lots of people around the world. How are you doing today? Boy, that was a sketchy takeoff. That was probably the most sketchy takeoff I've had in a while. Very, very snowy. Of course, it is November and it is Alaska. We're kind of red line right now on the manifold. We want to back down to the power. So far, so good. Yeah, that's good then. Oh, this could get really sketchy if it's going to be the weather's going to be like this. But yet I chose to fly on live weather. All right, Volanta, let's move. I'm going to move over to Volanta. We are turning. Oh, it's raining right now. We're going through a bit of a rain cloud. And I can't see what's in front of me right now. Continue the climb. Oh, we got to continue that climb. I don't know where that peak is. Oh, that change in color. Oh, that color. We're at 150 knots. I can't see squat right now. Yeah. All right, I think we're starting to come out. We're starting to come out. Oh, crap. Well, that could have gone bad. Let's go ahead and keep going up. I want to get above this cloud deck while we can. We picked an awful day to fly. Man, it looks like a Star Wars footage. All right, we are losing speed, but we are still good. Flying into the sun. Oh, you know what? It helps if I put the flaps up. Dirt to dirt. All right, we're looking good. We're above the cloud deck a little bit. Oh, we're going the wrong way. I just looked at the map where we're at. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Trying to, you know what? We forgot to do something. Where is it? Right there it is. Oxygen. As we're not paying attention where we're going. I gotta say, this plane's pretty fun. All right, we're gonna bring that down. We're gonna also bring down the propeller. All right, RPMs is about 4,000. Stationed at, okay, yeah, that's that one airport or one base I can't really pronounce very well. 4 years, it was great. Have a safe flight. Thank you very much there, Amalies. So yeah, there may be more live streams coming here fairly often, I want to say now, since well, I don't have a daytime job now, but I am looking for a new job. So I guess you could say now I'm a temporary full-time YouTuber. I don't know how to word that. I wouldn't say I'm a full-time YouTuber at all, but I guess you could say I'm temporary, since I still look at this as a hobby, not a job. All right, got it situated so I can look at my map. So according to Volanta, it's a 38-minute flight to where to the first island that we are going to, and then we're going to attempt to land there. Boy, I hope I can land this thing. I haven't even tried landing this plane yet. All right, let's bring down the prop. All right, we're looking good. So what's everyone up to today on this glorious Saturday afternoon? At least for me, it's afternoon. Just look how beautiful these clouds are. Beautiful, beautiful Alaskan November season. Got Thanksgiving for at least the US bound people coming up. Who's excited for snow coming to the US? Since winter is coming, snow definitely is coming. What is our altitude? We're 10,000 feet. Love the shake in the cockpit from this powerful engine. You can see all the levers, pedals, joystick. Got the mirrors. I'm hobby pilot and I can't wait for PS5 version, even with VR next year. I'm kind of worried about forgetting real flying. Wife would be happy because it is expensive hobby. It really is. I thought about getting into being a pilot, but looking at how much it costs to go through pilot school and all that kind of stuff, ooh, that's an expensive thing. Going back down that manifold. Oh, we just ran into a little bit of rain. I just saw something on my left hand side, looked like raindrops. I really wish Weatherwise had a radar up here. They do not though. Now there is no radar site, it looks like, along where Canada is. Or not Canada, where Alaska, on those long Alaskan island areas. But we are over the sea. I think this is considered the Bering Straits. Yes, we are over the Bering Strait right now, and we're off course again because I'm not paying attention. So here we are, map. So we took off from right there and we are going in this direction. Here's Valanta. This is where we're going, right there. 33 minutes, 10,000 feet. So who all has bought this plane? I love this thing. So we're actually cruising pretty good. I'm actually off of the stick right now. She's kind of drifting to the left a little bit, but just small inputs put me right back on. I think we're getting a tailwind too. Let's go ahead and turn off this way. Turn towards this way. Oh, you'll love it. So I don't know a lot about the days of piston-driven airplanes or radials. But I will say this thing is fantastic. I love it. Miltech has always been great. They've been good to my channel as well. Their stuff is absolutely just to die for. Bring that nose back up. It looks like it was diving a little bit. All right, we're doing good though. We are doing good. Now, I wonder if this radar actually works, like if there's any planes out there, if it'll actually like generate or pop up on there. It'd be awesome. I know that they're the only ones that really do that well are the airliners. Of course, though, the coding probably goes into airliners is astronomical, hence why they're so ridiculously expensive, especially PMDG. But we're having fun with a old-timey airplane. Yeah, we're getting some moisture on the canopy. Such an amazing plane. You know what? I just realized I totally forgot that. Probably should close those. Oh, I can't wait to get some snow here in Ohio. Call me crazy. Yep, call me crazy, but I want snow. So I wish the air shows here in Ohio actually had planes like this. Now I know that the ones here in Ohio, the Columbus Air Show, the Cleveland Air Show, and Dayton and a couple others, they have like the P-51s, the Corsair, and planes like that. But they really need to incorporate more like the Skyraider. Skyraider would be pretty cool. I've actually never seen one in person. I don't recall if it's at the Dayton Air Force Museum. I can't recall. Next time I go, I might have to look for it to see if it is there, and if it is, I'll take some pictures. But yeah, this would be a pretty cool air show plane just to fly around. Now, I probably can't do stunts like a Mustang or a Spitfire or anything like that, a Corsair, because I know in the sim it doesn't really feel all that agile. I think at lower speeds I think it's agile. I haven't tried it at lower speeds. But yeah, Miltech has knocked this one out of the park. They did this in partnership with Blackbird Simulations. Blackbird also does some pretty good stuff as well. But another thing is, I don't think Blackbird really works with content creators, because I've tried reaching out on them, or I tried reaching out to them about their SR-71 and a couple other aircrafts that they were working on, and nothing. I get nothing back. Absolutely zilch. But yeah, there will be more live streams since I have the time for it now. So we're between two small islands going over the Bering Strait of Alaska. Should be about 26 minutes out from our first destination. So I know it's really, really windy right now in Alaska, at least where we're at. There's a, to the south of us, there is a storm warning. So it's very, very windy then. And then up north where we're at, there's a gale warning. So yeah, there's not very optimal weather for us. So there's another thing I really, really wish that Microsoft Flight Sim themselves would allow or render better. The use of these mirrors. Now, no plane that I know of that has these kinds of mirrors is usable at all. And I believe that's a Microsoft Asobo issue or fault. And it'd be really nice if they could actually fix that. We're slowing down. We're at 10,000 feet. Let's see what's down here look like. Temps look okay. So you have this right here. That's below the red line. That's good. This is well below, also below, and very much below. So I think we're doing good. We're gonna probably have to bring out sometime the P-51 or P-52. P-51, what the heck? P-52, the Mustang. We gotta bring that out. Where is? Now I'm getting myself confused. Once you think of numbers and combine them enough, you're like, wait, which one was the real one? Also, okay, yeah. Well, I may have a spider on my desk that just decided to drop itself in front of my monitor. I really want to hit it, but then if I hit it, I'm probably gonna hit my monitor. Yeah, that's not creepy, weird, or strange. I absolutely hate spiders. Is there? Oh, cool. I may have to check. Next time I'll have to look into that, seeing that thing. I can't remember. I've been there several times since I live like an hour or so away, but I just could not recall if it was there or not. Like I love going there to see the F-117, the B-1 bomber, the B-2, the B-52, and then also you see all the space capsules and rockets and boosters, and the Air Force One planes and stuff like that. I love seeing all that stuff, especially the World War II planes. Absolutely fantastic seeing the World War II planes. I love the detail to the canopy, how wore out it looks like with the like right here, like it looks how the material looks. There's a rainbow right there. There's a bit of a rainbow. Oh boy. Let's see if we can push up. No, I'm not even gonna try it. I was gonna go above this cloud deck that's in front of me. I wonder, let's go ahead and push it. Let's see if we can push above it. So we're on red line right now. We're gonna have to be careful of the temps. We get above this deck, then I can slow the RPMs back down. I'm gonna go ahead and level our off since we're losing airspeed. Bring down the prop. We're above the clouds now. What are we at? We're at 15,000 feet. Almost 16,000. "22 minutes out from our destination." We got an island downer here. I just saw the mountaintop right there. Right there. So that's not the island we're going to. It's still farther out. So what, about two, oh no, 100 and see, 6, 7, 8, I'd say that's 180 knots. Or yeah, 180 knots we're going. Now we're about 17,000 feet, it looks like, according to Volanta. RPMs are definitely well within range. I don't think we needed that extra tank. At this point, we could have gone, I think we could have gone a long ways. You know, that extra 2 fuel tanks, I don't think we needed. So if you haven't already dropped that like, hit that like button. Helps me out, helps the channel. Again, thank you for the 10,000 subscribers. We're actually pushing right now 10,100. So the next big milestone is going to be like 15, 20,000. I never thought I actually hit 10,000. So now 20,000 actually is looking pretty good. I would love to get to 100,000. But I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. So I'm gonna put a poll up because I'm trying to see. Can I do polls anymore? Yes, okay. Change this chat a little bit. So I'm gonna put a poll out and have to see how many of you guys want to see more not flight sim, but more live streams of like Battlefield. I'm just trying to get an idea because I know that I'm trying to do more and more live streams while I'm like home and I'm available to do it. Trying to all right, we're going to the type one-handed. Hey, what was that? I just heard something. Aiden, thank you for that sub. Thank you very much, appreciate it. Flying with my right hand is not exactly easy. All right, I think I figured a way to type. All right, here's the poll. I typed one-handed and while trying to concentrate on flying, so if okay, we're good on spelling. All right, whoa, look at that way. We're not even paying attention anymore again. No, someone put no. Well, put it down in the comment area in the chat. Why don't you wouldn't like Battlefield 6? I'm just looking at other ways to expand the channel. I'm just looking. Oh, I'm way off course. I just saw I'm heading south now. So I like flying by hand. So it's also kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? Also a problem. Things could happen, like what just happened now. Where are we at? Where are we at? We are close. We are 12 minutes out. This runway, oh boy. Let's go ahead and go this way. So I'll do a poll on Battlefield 6, and then I'll do another poll on Flight Sim. Now, back in the day, I know that we did a lot of Flight Sim live streams, and then I tapered off to almost nothing because I was doing a lot of videos, because the videos were getting way more hits than live streams were. So once we land, we'll figure out the next location we're going to be going. But we are right now at 16,620 feet. So the island that we're going to is in that direction. We're just trying to angle ourselves so we're lined up with the airport pretty good, so we can just go straight in. And hopefully we can have a nice, smooth landing. Really want that smooth landing. Let's go ahead and angle back to the northeast more. Or more towards the east rather than north. Going over 200 knots tells me that we have kind of a tailwind. That tells me, I think that's a volcano. It is. It is. That is Herbert Volcano. That is a crazy name. Herbert Volcano. And over here, that looks like a series of volcanoes. I think that's Herbert. That looks like a volcano back here. That looks like a volcano, and that looks like a volcano. I've actually never been up in this area flying wise, so this is actually kind of interesting. So no, that's Herbert Volcano. That's Carlisle Island. That one I don't even know. I have a clue how to pronounce. But those all look like volcanoes. It's like a little tour of the Alaskan islands. So we're on a direct course for the airport we're going to. We're 6 minutes out, it says. The way I'm looking at the radar or the map, I feel like it's a lot farther than that. And I'm looking at my phone and not paying attention. I had a phone call a moment ago. So let me know how the stream looks. Would love to know if it looks good, stuttery. I haven't heard any complaints, so I mean, that's a good thing. So yeah, I think this would be a good series. Driving. Wow, yeah, we're driving a plane. Flying a plane from far east Alaska or far west Alaska to the far east coast of Canada. That's gonna be a good series. I think I'm gonna do that. So if Meatball Jr., you ever see this? Thank you very much for that information. I did act on it, just took me a long time. All right, we're gonna start our descent downward. Pull the power back. Just a matter of finding the airport now. That is the island directly in front of us that we're going to. That's going to be interesting. I'm wondering if the airport's on the other side of those mountains. If we're going to just have, wow, words are hard. Words are very hard. All right, the airport may be on the other side of those mountains, so we may have to do a flyover and fly back to the strip. We'll find out. I think we're going to go around the coastline, around those mountain peaks. If you haven't already liked, hit that like button. I know I mentioned it. Helps out a ton. You have no idea. I have such an amazing fan base, following. You guys are amazing. . But we are getting close. Pull back on the power a little bit more. Also, who here would be interested in a kind of contest where you could essentially win some old retro flight charts, navigational charts, flight maps? I believe these maps would be from like, I don't know, 80s, 60s, 40. I don't know. I have to look at them again. But I have a way of getting them, and I could post pictures up on the YouTube channel and on Discord on what you would be basically running for. So let me know if you'd be interested in seeing something like that, or getting something like that, or seeing, or acquiring. That's the word I'm looking for. Acquiring. All right. That mountain is not where we're going. We're going to go full idle because we have to turn. Let's go full flaps because I need to keep this plane slowed down. Is that the runway right there? Oh boy, I hope that's not the runway. It is the runway. That is the runway right there. This approach is awful. We're gonna put the gears down. I want to create drag. This landing is going to be awful, awful, awful. We got. Yep, there it is. That is the runway that we're going for. Talk about a nosedive to come in for the landing. I'm trying to remember what the speed was for landing. Oh, we are being pushed to the left, or to the right, actually. Oh, this is going to be a very awful landing. Oh, we landed on the grass. I don't think that airport was designed for a plane like this. Woo! Hey, what's going on, Meatball Jr.? I don't think this airport was designed for a plane like this. Oh, it's been pretty good. So we're using your I'm using your suggestions for the cross-country flight. It is pretty clear that that airport was not designed for a plane like this. So landing was at 420 feet negative 425 feet per minute at 1.18 Gs. That's actually not horrible, in my opinion. Not sure on why. Trying to get this. There we go. There we go. Needed a little bit more oomph since it's on a hill. Yeah, that runway is not designed. What is that? Well, that's a graphical glitch, I think. Put the flaps back up. I don't know if we're gonna have enough runway, but yeah, what is that above the plane itself? Let's go ahead and lock it. And look at this. This is the landing profile. We're gonna end that flight. Preview flight. So that was the path we took. So it took us 50 minutes. Flight time was 46 minutes. Landing speed was 129 knots. 1.18 Gs was the landing. The landing rate was a negative 425, which isn't really that bad. But now, what was the next point? The next point was from PAUT. PAUT. That is all the way over there. We go over the Umnak Island. Oh God, I don't know if that's even right. There's Fort Glen Army Airfield. That's an Army airfield? There is an Army airfield out in the middle of the Bering Strait. What? I did not know that. Part of me actually is glad that I didn't get stationed there. That would probably be a very boring station. So that's up here. Akutan Airport? Oh gosh, I probably butchered that name. Akun Island. Mount Gilbert's right there. Oh, fly at night that you can't see anything. Mount Akutan. Yeah, that sounds like it would be awful. But yeah, I honestly don't think this airport that we're taking back off from was designed for this aircraft, because, or I could have been also landing way too fast. But either way, oh, that was rough. As you can see, my flight path was erratic. Very, very erratic. Let's go ahead and start this journey. I do like the fact that the plane going through the grass here actually shows you where it tracked. I like that. 2024 has that going for it, so it actually shows you where it was. Now let's check our fuel real fast. What's our fuel look like? Our fuel's fine. We didn't need those drop tanks at all. Let's check on here as well, see, make sure. Are we even using fuel? I bet you in the settings I haven't set that to use fuel. Well, that would be unfortunate. I'll check that other time. But let's go ahead and disengage brakes. Full power. Oh crap. Come on, lift that nose. There we go, we're up. Gears up. Oh, the takeoff earlier was hell because the crosswind. Right now there's a gale warning to the north right now. Like I'll show you. So we are something just happened. I lost all pressure. Oh boy, I lost. Wait, what? What? What just happened? The propellers are moving, but not moving. Well, we're gonna make an emergency landing. We're gonna see if we can belly land this thing safely in the water. We're not gonna make it back to land. Full flaps. All right, flaps up. Well, didn't land safely. Should have kept the flaps up. So yeah, something glitched. Something glitched out, and I don't know what. I don't know what. Because as far as I'm aware, I lost all fuel pressure. Fuel looked fine. Yeah. I don't know what did that. So we're gonna have to probably restart that takeoff or that flight from that airport again. Huh. I might have to talk with Miltech and see if I did something wrong. So yeah, let's go and restart that. This time though, we're not going to just hit restart. We're going to have to go to that airport directly. All right. That was from PKA. PAKA. PAKO. Wow. All right, and we'll take off from over here. Let's try that again. That was a very unfortunate factor. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, 10,000 is a big deal. I didn't think I would ever hit that. Now the part that sucks is that I lost my job. All right, chocks are out. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. And we're flying to Too Hot. So Miltech right now is watching, and I asked them if that's a glitch or anything, but apparently the engines were running too hot. The cowl flaps were closed. I could have swore they were open. But they did see the double prop where it was moving and then not moving. They're gonna take a look at that. Okay, so yeah, apparently I was running it too hot. I could have swore the cowl flaps were open. I could have swore. All right. Well, thank you for that information. I am glad that that was relayed. All right, let's go ahead and go to Gen. Heater switch for the pitot heat is on. Let's go external power. Pull the mixture up. Cowl flaps are open. This is set. Oil cooler door switches. It says off, but it's in the auto section or auto like area. Go to main. Fuel pump is on. Switch is on to both for the magneto. Water injector is on. Oxygen supply is on. I believe we're good to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that thing sounds so good. All right, flip the internal. All right, flip the switches for the lights on. Oh yeah, it's a very good. I like it. That sound is really immersive. All right, we're back inside the plane. So I made a mistake with the cowl flaps. I thought they were open, but they weren't. Potentially weren't. But it's okay. You know what? We live and learn about mistakes. This is the great thing about a simulator. You live and learn. Let's go ahead and turn the sight light on. That's good. I think we're good to go. Just trying to make sure everything is set correctly. All right, let's go ahead and take off. This is gonna be a take 2. Oh yeah, we gotta put this one up here. We gotta put that up there. I do like that. That's kind of cool. Well, let's go ahead and go. All right, let's go back down here. Lock that tail wheel, or yeah, the tail wheel, so we can go straight and full power. That's right, we got that crosswind. I can feel it. I can feel it. Oh, come on. Left. It's a good thing this thing has some sturdy suspension. Oops. Is the gears going up? Yep. I just realized I messed up on one thing. We didn't put fuel in it. We did not put fuel on this thing. So I guess we're gonna find out if we have enough fuel. P-A-U-T. Let's see, flaps are up. Let's go ahead and drop the prop speed or the RPMs. All right, that solves that. We're not going to have a Battlefield 6 live stream anytime soon because it's all been pretty much no, except for a couple of votes. But yeah, I love this plane. I love that. I love everything that Miltech does. Everything. I haven't found one fault yet. Whoops, that's open. Let's go and close them a little bit. Start closing them up a little bit. Love the detail. Look at these exhaust pipes. Go ahead and close them fully. So let's check here. It's good. Good. That's a little high, but I think it's manageable. I think it is coming down slowly. Cylinder heads are looking good on temperature. We're already at 10,000 feet. So I did get some comments on the video I posted from the other day on this plane, and there were actually, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but there were a few people that were bashing the plane, saying that it's not authentic, and things along that line. I think people just don't realize that you can't make a plane in a game or a simulator 100% identical to real life. It's almost impossible. There are certain aspects of a sim that you can't replicate in real life. All right, so this next leg of the journey will take 36 minutes. We're already at 13,000 feet. We're going to drop the RPMs down to about 2,500. When I restarted, now we're on live time. We are now officially on live time, I believe. Now the only problem is we forgot fuel. We're gonna see if we can make it on fuel. But that takeoff from that airport was just awful, and I think partially it was due to that crosswind I had. I was trying to correct it, and then all of a sudden just like cross one went away, and it's like, okay, crap. So this is where we're going, all the way up here. This is our line. Turn a little bit more so we're on the dotted line. We don't have a flight plan. We're essentially flying VFR. I believe we have to be below 10,000 feet for VFR, but I mean, it's a sim. I like flying by hand. So yeah, 32 minutes. We're at 16,000 feet nearly. Ground speed's 220 knots, 119 nautical miles. Now, if you're still here, Meatball Jr., this is what I was going to show you a moment ago. So we flew out of here. Oh, look, they did change it. It's now a gale warning. This is where we flew out of. So if we go over here, turn on the METAR. Oh, the METAR was already on, so there is no reported time or reported temperature and data out of here at all. It's just an air station. It's not even an airport, it's an air station. So we have gale warnings through up here. So gale warnings for the next 5 hours. Let's see, well, blah, 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 blah. Northwest winds at 25 knots. Seas are at 7-foot waves. Sunday winds are going to be at 40 knots, 6-foot building up to 11-foot waves. Yeah, it's a good thing we're not flying here tomorrow. Well, yeah, we are in the, we're right now over the Pacific, North Pacific Ocean. Since we're on the south side of the islands. Once we go above into the north of the islands, we would be in the Bering Sea. But all we have to do right now is fly dead straight, and we'd be at the next stop of our journey. And again, if you haven't already hit that like button, smash it. Helps out. So clearly we're gonna go ahead and end that poll. And we're gonna do another poll, since that one was clearly, didn't get a lot of interaction with that, but I'm sure everyone here will agree they want a flight sim live stream. But it is a pleasant Saturday here in Ohio. It's 47 degrees Fahrenheit here, and we're expecting actually some a storm system to come through later later in this coming week, just before Thanksgiving, just before everyone in the US goes to their families. So we're at 20,000 feet. Back down on the throttle a little bit. She looks good in the sunshine. Let's go and remove the gun sight. A little more visibility. So most of this flight's actually going to be over land, it looks like. It's over this island, the Unalaska Island. Does that really say Unalaska Island? Here, right here. The Unalaska Island. And here's a town, or here's a town right there, Unalaska. I honestly want to know if that's actually how that's pronounced. Genuinely, I am curious on that. I found that very interesting. So we're at 22,009, well, actually 23,000 feet. So I don't know if this plane is supposed to go this high, since I know that the when you look at the when you're looking at this, the altimeter, it caps out at 20,000. So I don't know if this plane actually has a ceiling 20,000, or it shouldn't exceed that. Let's actually look that up. All right, so the maximum ceiling for a Skyraider varies by model, but generally it ranges from approximately 23,000 feet to 32,000 feet. So the AD6 and the A1H have a 23 to 25,000 feet limit. Huh. Okay, so Meatball Jr. just said 29,000 feet. I just find it interesting that each variant varies. So as we're at 24,000 feet right now. "21 minutes until destination." We are pretty high up. Looks like oil temperature and cylinder head temperature is looking pretty good. Right here is kind of close to the red line, but we're still within the green. So how have you been, Meatball? How have you been lately? I'm sure you're better than me. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear you're doing good. I have right now several job or resumes out there and just haven't had any hits on them. It's been kind of a it's been a very I don't want to call it an emotional month, but it's been a very dramatic month for me. There's that island right there. We're over. So we're at 24,120 and holding pretty steady. I'm curious, some of these airports over here on Valanta, I'm curious if anyone's actually landed at these locations. All right, there have been people that landed here before. It's only been like one flight. There's been only 3 people that have had 4 people that have done 4 flights in total here, or 2 flights. 4 people that have done 2 flights to where we're heading. So this week there's been 4 people that, or 8 people that have flown there. Interesting. And this airport we're going to is called A-1 Airport. Yeah, that doesn't sound weird at all. But no, it's been an exciting time for the channel, hitting that 10,000 milestone. And heck, we're already touching right now 10,100. So just in this short amount of time, it's been kind of crazy. So I also reached out to, was it GKS, I believe it is, that's doing the B-52, and I reached out to them on getting a media copy so I can do videos on it. Their proposal is kind of weird. They were going to, instead of give me it, they said to go ahead and buy the aircraft and they'll reimburse me with cryptocurrency. So I'm probably not going to get it. At least I'm not going to get it. I'll get it down the road once I have available money. But it won't be anytime soon once it officially hits 2024 marketplace. But I am wanting to get that B-52 because the buff needs to come out. I wonder if anyone's actually, has anyone here picked up the buff for 2020? Because I mean, I know it says it's out in the marketplace. I haven't seen it on 2024, and from what I saw online, it's not on there just yet because they're still finishing it to be native. But I know there's been said that it's on 2020. We're a little off course, but not by much. It says we're 12 minutes out. Okay, now 13. It's always fluctuating. So yeah, we're at 24,000 feet, staying pretty level. It says we're 51 nautical miles out. So quick question for everyone here. Who would like to see Farming Simulator videos? Let me know in the chat. I've picked up some new, not new mods, but some mods to go with my farming sim. But yeah, let me know. I'm trying to add things new to the channel, like I do Sea Power videos. I just put a new one out today, a new Sea Power. Put another video out this morning of the B-24 Liberator. I will say that B-24 Liberator, it's free. It's a free mod, and it's really good. I know when everyone says it's really good, it's arbitrary to that person. So another channel or another person would probably fly it and be like, oh, it's awful. Like I said, it's arbitrary. It is an opinion. So how does this runway look? What direction? It is a northwest and southeast position. We'll probably come in from the northeast or northwest, actually, land that way. So we're going to go like this. So who all here is a real life pilot? Hmm? Wow, chat's kind of dead today. Of course, it has been a minute since I've live streamed, so all the normal people that would come in are, most of the normal people aren't here. The regulars. So I will say this. Miltech has done the impossible when it comes to my flying. So I don't normally fly prop planes, radial planes, long distance. This is the longest I've flown a prop radial plane in one sitting. So Miltech has changed me. And it's a good thing too, because this plane is absolutely awesome. I just need to get better on the landings. The landings are awful for me. Such good detail. Well, welcome back there, Mr. Meatball Jr. There's your tail hook for carrier landing. I find it interesting. So this is a United States Air Force aircraft. I'm looking over Volanta. This is a 22nd SOS USAF, and it has a tail hook. Kind of find that interesting. So yeah, this livery that's on this plane is a United States Air Force livery, but it has the tail hook. And we're still at 24,190. We are pretty stable, pretty flat out. I'm not even on autopilot, and it is hanging level. 6 minutes out, according to Volanta. So we're in between islands. We're in between Unalaska and Akutan Island. Hopefully we can have a better landing this time. I would love to have like a perfect landing. But that's kind of hard for me, and especially in these kind of planes. It's kind of crazy. It says, oh, we're 4 minutes out. How? There's the shoreline. Wait, I think we are. I see the airfield right there. All right. Let's go ahead and start our descent. I think we're a lot. The Lance has a really bad lag. And I'm looking like I'm right over I'm over the water still, it says on the map. All right, full flaps so we can slow her down. Let's try this landing again. We're also going to open the cowl flaps. See them opening up. I just want to be safe and not blow another engine. So we're under 10,000 feet right about now. RPMs are low. Manifold pressure is down to near zero. It's at like 13. Airspeed is hovering at about between 150, 160 knots. Going to be a very interesting approach. We're going to bring up the flaps just a tiny bit. All right, there's the water for the bay. I'm going to call it the bay for this island. So we're essentially at idle. 180 knots is our speed. So this is the bay we need right here. Come on. There's the airfield right there. Let's see if we can set her down nice and gently. Gears down, full flaps, pull up the throttle a little bit. We'll keep the prop RPMs at where it's at. Give me some good luck, everyone. Give me some good luck, everyone. Hit that like button. If I do a good job, gotta subscribe. If you haven't already. This is gorgeous. Love the mountains. There it is. We're at 150 knots. We're going to start bringing down the throttle a little bit at a time. Oh, that one little island right there. That tiny island is really going to throw me off. I want to give it a little bit more throttle because I want to go above that. At least you're landing in the day. When I did this route, I was landing at night in a snowstorm on a Cessna 172. Oh, that sounds painful. Yeah, I don't like night flights just because they can be rough. Plus, I don't know why, but with the AMD like frame generator, the night times don't look as good. All right, reducing power. I want to keep it at about 100. So there is a crosswind. I'm feeling it. Oh, I'm feeling that crosswind. Full idle. Rudder is like full to the to. Oh, I'm still full rudder. Wow, landings are rough in this thing. That was kind of rough, but we know what? We made it. That's all that matters, is we made it. So here is the data. So we're gonna go ahead and flight plan and flight review statistics. 39-minute flight, 141 nautical miles. 38 minutes was the flight actual time. Landing was at 1.18 G's, 102 knots, 614, negative 614 feet per second, or minute per second. Good God, I mean, be dead. So that was not bad. If you like that landing, or you think that it wasn't horrible, go and hit that like button. But that was not horrible. Could have been better. Right there, wind was 333 degrees at 16 knots. Is there a flight sock or a wind sock out here? There it is. That thing is outright. That thing is all the way out. Oh. Helps if I turn that on. Why isn't it? I unlocked it. Why isn't it not unlocking? I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything. So yeah, it is unlocked. Lock. That's unlocked. Well, it's not unlocking. Yeah. Something's not right. Unless, hold up, maybe it's this. I'm trying to mess with the controls right now because I can't seem to unlock the tail wheel. Now it's unlocked. Yeah. It looks like it's bugged. Trying to like press all the buttons I have on see maybe there's something else that's messed up, but no. Miltech, I think that's bugged. Yeah, I think that's bugged. Trying to see if there's anything that may be stopping it, but I don't see anything. Oh, that's also not working now. See, I go to 0, that stays like that. Back up to 100. That stopped moving. Did the landing break something? Do too hard of a landing break items or like components? I don't know, but it looks like this plane has been bugged out. So I think we're going to end it there for today, and I'm going to reach out to Miltech on this. Well, other than that, this plane's absolutely awesome. Longest I've ever flown a radial prop plane. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream, and I hope to catch you guys in the next live stream, potentially even in this plane also, again, to continue a series. So, till next time. Later.